to the Cassini project. Last time our crew arrived at Deep Space Nine, and then we're immediately split into 3 groups. So, we're going to start where we left off. On the pirate ship, where a certain Captain Fang has eliminated the former captain. And is now just sitting in the chair. She fits, she sits.
She fits better than the old captain did.
Mm-hmm. So she parks the motor saying to go back on course, and then she immediately turns to the two of you and goes, "Can I speak to you two privately? You can come Tuma's way." So the 4 of you all walk into, I guess it would be like her version of a ready room. It's just like a private office.
Okay.
Look, still gonna follow through on the mission, but I don't want you two fucking it up. Do I make myself clear?
Sure.
I just nod.
Fantastic. And then she walks right back out. And Mazoid just gives a huge sigh.
Wonder who peed in her cat litter.
Mazoid just gives a really angry look at Kagon. Get out. That's to you, by the way, Don.
What's that?
Get out.
No.
No, Mazoy is saying that in character.
Oh, okay. Well, all right, bye.
Later!
And so he walks out the door and goes, "The nerve of these humanoids. Always treating us like we're those tiny Terran kittens."
Well, some of them have no other point of reference.
Well, if they keep it up, the only point of reference they'll get afterwards is a blade.
So, should I salute Collar Captain? Is that how this is going to work?
Don't give her any more things to inflate her head.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure.
I can, however, make a recommendation, though. Since the captain is, the old captain is no longer in charge of this vessel, we have an opportunity to go through his database.
I was just about to ask.
Alright. So, would you please make a reason science check? You're going to be assisted with...
Science?
Yeah, science. Because you're going into the database. He had really shit security. But you're being assisted.
Can I do the assist on this?
Yeah, I guess you can do the assist.
My science is really bad.
How bad?
1.
Okay. Just to be clear, Mazoi's reason is really bad.
Oh.
And y'all kicked the one good scientist out of the room.
Hey, you were being a speciesist over there. Alright.
Alright.
I'm going to take a momentum, though.
That's fine.
Alright. And then roll your assist.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, he already succeeded, just to be clear.
Oh, we had the same target number.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like...
Do I have a focus?
I would say until off supplies.
Nope.
Alright. Well, you fail to get any momentum from that, but you do succeed.
Hooray!
and you find a number of records going back to him working with this dealer, the Hand, as he's called. Apparently, he's become something of a notable figure within the last 6 months. It seems he's filled in a power vacuum that was emptied because of the various conflicts in the region. It seems that whoever was filling this role before was wiped out.
Okay.
The ship you are looking for it doesn't have a registry number, you notice, or any kind of registry information. You just get, basically there's this, an IFF signal you get, but it's not a registry number or anything. It's simply a kind of a weird digital call sign. And
is that common among pirates?
no. Many of them, particularly a dealer like this, who, based on the readings you're seeing, he is someone who's very wealthy and they kind of get ostentatious and like start putting their names and stuff on things. But this is very much someone who's trying to stay under the radar. Despite, someone trying to be more like, think, if this is a businessman, think less Jeff Bezos and more like the Mercers. Someone who's not trying to flaunt their wealth, but is the one really controlling shit.
The like puppet master, basically.
Yeah. Except in smuggling.
Right. Is there anything I can discern from that signal? Like, does it say what kind of ship it is? Like, what make or anything?
So the signal is just kind of an IFF signal. It's just saying, this is my ship.
Oh, I see.
If you want to do something like that, you can either roll for it, or you can spend a momentum for additional information.
I'll try rolling.
Okay. This is going to be Reason Security, difficulty 1.
Okay. And I have a focus?
What foci do you think would apply here?
Computers, maybe?
Yeah, I'll allow computers. Alright, so you gain momentum from that. Based on the signal reading, you see there is a specific wavelength variance. You know that this is common to Ryzian-made ships. Which fits in with the whole he's very wealthy and ostentatious kind of thing. So this is obviously a very luxurious vessel.
A yacht kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that gives us something to go off of.
Indeed. Says this man, probably selling a lot more than what he's been buying.
Are we supposed to meet up with him? Like, I'm assuming he's like a shadow. We're not actually meeting him. Our contact is someone else.
Actually, according to the manifest that's in the records, you will be meeting directly with him. He wants to handle this trade directly.
Do we think Fang can do this without killing us all?
Well, if there's one thing Fang knows not to do, it's kill people who are paying her. Look, she might be a violent brute, but she will never do it without reason.
Alright, I'll have to trust you on that.
So will I. And I feel with that, we are actually going to cut back to Deep Space Nine and give our two characters who've been out of focus a little scene. So, tell us, Graz, would you mind telling what you've been doing in the last 2 days that everyone else has been gone?
Talys has not varied from her routine all that much, just kind of transferred it to the station. She finds it calming and soothing.
Well, Graz has been trying to go through whatever information he can find to find some about his father, see what he might have met when they talked about the fiery or whatever, like regain the fire that he once had. So what was he kind of trying to mean by that?
Okay, so the Deep Space Nine database about you, according to you, your record at the Academy indicated that you were a member of the debate team there, and that you were a boxing champion. It seems like you've had what appears to be a very traditional Tellarite life. And the thing is about these particular elements is that Tellarites are very, let's go with forward about how they behave. Fighting is a cultural mores to them, much like how logic is to Vulcans and so forth. And it seems you used to really get into that.
Alright, I'll just set up, see if I can find some way to set up my punching bag in whatever new quarters I've got, and just do some little have a sparring session with the punching bag.
All right, so you have you get it set up, and you have this sparring session. You have a good time, and it's about lunchtime, and the two of you both happen to walk onto the promenade and run into each other again.
Kraz, how you doing?
Oh, fairly good. Don't really know what to do with myself. Been making myself busy, but
Yeah, I've just been mostly beating stuff up in the holosuite.
well, I've got my punching bag up, so I've been punching that.
Punching bag?
Oh, didn't I mention this? But I've had a punching bag in my quarters on the Cassini, and I set that up on my new quarters here. So I'm into boxing.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I mentioned that.
you might have at some point, but does my brain remember these things? Probably not. But we should totally spar on the holodeck sometime.
Oh, apparently got nothing but free time now, so whenever's good with you.
Go find your gloves.
I'll be right back.
All right, and as Graz walks away, things start to get uncomfortable for you, Talys, as you see who is approaching you. And it's Rayshawn. Talys.
Rayshawn?
Hey, do you want to go get lunch or something?
Maybe really quick. I'm meeting someone in the holosuites.
Yeah, it won't take too long, but for right now, he's like, follow me. I'm not. You please do an insight command check.
Okay. I'm not going to apply focus. So I'm pretty sure none of mine apply.
Okay. All right. One success. You can tell that he's feeling kind of awkward about something.
I just I step into Quarks.
Okay. And he follows right behind you.
Do you want something to drink?
Nothing alcoholic. I gotta worry about some things. Maybe some tea would be nice.
Okay. I order it for him.
Two of you take a seat in said quarks and start talking to each other, and after a couple of minutes of some small talk to loosen him up, he goes, I wanted to talk to you about the funerals.
Right.
We don't, I mean, we're so far from Andorra, we can't really do traditional Andorian funeral. I don't think Bajor has ice fields large enough for us to do that.
No, I suppose not. And Talys is trying to fudge her way through this because she doesn't remember what an Andorian funeral is supposed to be like.
Okay. That case. This is going to be I need to make a control command check opposed.
Okay.
Oh, wait, why is doing null discipline?
That
Dang it.
wouldn't have mattered. It's still 2 successes any way you slice it.
True. So, yeah. Rayshawn sees that immediately and goes, hey, I know you don't remember, but I'll walk you through, like, what they would probably have wanted.
I'll trust you with that.
I appreciate that.
Well, not much else I can do.
No, I know there's nothing else you can do. I'll take the lead. I didn't know if you would want to be a part of this or not. They were your family, but they're not anymore.
That's the thing is, I was just starting to get used to the idea, you know?
I know. And he just kind of takes her hand.
It's confusing.
I don't doubt that is. By the way, your mother, she, what else?
Sorry, I didn't. Oh.
Oh, did I?
Oh, it's just I think the AC is like covering you up a little bit.
Let me turn that off. How am I now?
That's better.
Yeah.
Okay. So he goes, listen, your mother, Kala, she put an application for refugee status on Bajor this morning. I didn't find out until after she told me.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
I don't think so.
I mean,
she didn't want to talk to me at all.
so you think I should talk to her?
I don't know if she'll listen to you, honestly. I think she needs time away.
Well, that's why I think it might be a good thing. I don't know.
Well, I'm worried that she's just, I don't think she's handling well.
How is she supposed to handle it?
That's the thing. I don't think she's handling it for something I haven't told you yet. We didn't want to bring it up because of this whole situation. Because it might have been too hard, but Talys, you had a twin.
Had?
Ari. She was a member of the Andorian Imperial Guard. She died in a training accident just before the Iconian War. I don't think Kala has finished processing that death, and now all of a sudden she's lost her husband, 2 of her remaining daughters. spouses and her remaining daughter doesn't even remember her.
Right.
And she and I never got along, to be honest. Like, she and I were always on different wavelengths. She was always the strong military one, and here I am, a sculptor, and there's just nothing we have in common. And I'm the one she has left in her view.
I'll talk to her.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll help, but I don't know what else to do. To be honest, I've been avoiding a lot. It's a lot easier for me to just beat things up, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's how you've always been.
How did I end up with a sculptor?
Believe it or not, I sculpted a statue at Starfleet Academy. It was part of a joint species initiative. They wanted to show that Starfleet still appreciated arts and sciences in the middle of all these wars we've been having.
Right.
And you were the only Andorian there besides me.
You have a lot to catch up on.
We do. But in case you're wondering how we met, you and I ended up at the bar, and we both agreed that this entire ridiculous affair was entirely too posh for us.
I've never been one for parties. Gosh, we've been on so many diplomatic parties.
Oh, this was
Nimbus 3.
Oh my god,
Awful.
This wasn't even a party. You know what this was? This was a boring snorefest. And I got out of there. Had our own kind of party. Went to Madame Chang's in downtown San Francisco.
That sounds more my speed.
More mine too. Hey, I'm not going to keep you though.
Okay.
Thanks for the tea.
Anytime.
I'll hold you to that.
I mean it.
Better. And he walks out the door. And it's at that moment that Graz walks back in.
Oh, you wandered away. There you are.
Sorry, Rayshawn. He wanted to talk about funeral stuff.
Well, gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
Yeah, well, and right now what I gotta do is I gotta punch some Cardassians.
Oh, you could try and punch me if you're up for it.
And just some Cardassian member of the Bajoran militia in the corner is going, "That's racist!"
And Talys's antennas splay apart and she goes, "Sorry."
And I think that's a good cutting point to another one of our intrepid crew. The one who's left in the one place he doesn't want to be.
Ah, crap.
And even the look on his face is like, I don't want to be here.
Well, we're going to slightly rewind and start a couple of seconds before where we left off last time. With the guy walking out of the orb chamber he's just been left in and being told, "Be useless, Logan." As he turns and the thing is open and immediately activates. And suddenly you and this other you are standing on the bridge of the Cassini, but it's not the bridge of the Cassini.
Okay, we're doing this now.
It's the Cassini and the Abrams first.
Oh god, why is there so many lens flares?
The other you is just kind of looking at it and goes, I don't want to do this either. Why are we here?
Possibly to find something akin to inner peace.
Inner peace is overrated.
I don't think I was ever full of inner peace, even before. No, I wasn't. I wasn't ever.
No.
Ugh.
Only time I ever felt at peace was running along that trail on Alpha Centauri.
Yeah? Yeah, because it's very temperate. Almost too cold, except when you were running fast.
And that cold's from that lake.
Yeah. Yeah, what was it called again?
Lake Kilapaka.
Paka, yeah. I'm gonna walk up to a console and see if I can get anything working.
It doesn't even respond.
Great. Might as well just be plastic.
I think this is just our head.
Alright, so what now?
I think we're supposed to talk. That's how this is supposed to work, right? Like, I've read about the orbs. Like, usually isn't there like a prophet or two here trying to tell us what to do?
Depends on the orb, but it's apparently tailored to the person. The Orb of Possibilities, from what I recall, and you should notice too, to me, is mostly supposed to show us how things could have, or would have, or might have been.
Or maybe what has been?
Isn't that the Orb of Time?
Well,
They're probably interchangeable. They're prophets, interdimensional alien beings. Oh,
Well,
I'm so tired of
I think it's the fact that you and I are both here. I'm what was, you are what I've become, and now I'm part of you again.
Clearly, it's just me. This is obviously just a head wound I took that was far more serious than I expected.
God, I wish it was.
Something got jostled around, and now my personality has started to form subdivisions.
No. I remember passing out on Nimbus, and the next thing I remember is being on the bridge of the Cassini, breaking that Iconian's neck.
Cue for that one.
Man, fuck that guy.
Yeah. So, alright, so how does this work? Do we shake hands? Do we hug it out?
Hell if I know.
Hmm.
I spent my life studying other people's behavior. I don't know how to deal with my own.
The most accurate thing.
It helps if you don't show anything on your face.
That's good at hiding from others. I know what you're thinking. You know what I'm thinking.
God, this is gonna get us nowhere. Alright, fine. So what, we're supposed to... This can't continue, obviously. I can't keep fighting you in my head.
You shouldn't. It's not
No.
your head.
No, I'm not a trill. This shouldn't happen like this. Is this
God
like
damn
something
it,
with,
Q.
something with the augments, maybe?
No, this is Q.
If it was really... No, it can't be. Maybe. Can it?
Yeah, he's omnipotent. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
No, but we're in prophet territory.
That's why we're like this. This is why I see you, you see me, and we're talking instead of trying to wrestle control from each other.
Stupid orb. just wanted to bury you somewhere and never have to think about you again.
I just want my body back.
Yeah, what would you have done with it?
Continued my duty. Keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh, what would that have been? Going about, I don't know, surreptitiously murdering people?
Hey, that wasn't my job. I tried to save lives.
I know what you would have done.
You also know that in the totality of my career, I only ever killed in self-defense.
Yeah, I know.
God, I hate that. That was the worst part. Knowing that I was supposed to be that killer and never being able to do it. You just see him kind of like rest his hands on the rail and just kind of slump over.
Why?
I don't know. Every time I look in their eyes and I couldn't do it.
Catharsis?
Oh man, Catharis? Catharis was capable of killing anyone they wanted. But me, no. It was
No,
whatever the
I'm
target was.
back at the training, the final training, the one we flunked out of. You couldn't break the neck of the hologram.
Couldn't break the neck of anyone. I always ended up in phaser fights. But yeah, I couldn't have done that to Catharis. One duty I could never do.
Huh.
Then for a moment, you realize he kind of plucks the illusory black badge off his chest. He kind of, I threw this at Drake.
I do now.
Son of a bitch had the gall to promise me to get Linda off the Pioneer, and then she chooses to walk right back on, and he doesn't stop her. I punched him when we got back. First time I'd ever hit him in 20 years.
It wasn't the last.
Wow, okay. Good to know you've burned a few bridges.
Oh, I wanted nothing to do with Section 31 since the moment I heard about them.
That's not what I would have done. I always felt that what we were doing was protecting our people, and that always had a moral cost. That when we took lives, it was so that 10, 20, 1,000, a million more lived.
It's a rather cold calculus.
Always a cold calculus in war. Whether it's the one you're currently fighting or the next one.
I don't like you.
I don't like you either. At least we agree on something.
Huh.
And it's at that moment that whoosh, the orb vision ends and you're back in yourself. A little more peaceful.
Maybe. Oh, I agreed on something with myself.
And it's at that moment that the Kai walks in and shuts the box. How are you feeling?
Argumentative, I guess, both. But I feel like steps were taken.
Better than my first orb vision.
Yeah?
Yeah, I hugged Kai Wynn and then was naked in front of the Bajoran Council.
Oof. Oof. Rough.
Not a good time.
No, I can imagine it wasn't. They're different for everybody, right? Visions?
They are whatever it is for the person needs.
I'm just myself.
That's a new one.
Yeah. I thought for sure I'd be at least talking to. Well, I guess that might be a little prideful of me. Why would a prophet want to talk to me, of all people?
Well, maybe they think you need to talk to yourself first. Come, it's time for lunch. And this won't be your last visit to the orb.
All right. Yeah, I follow.
All right. And with that, we are going to cut back to the pirate ship. And, well, who would like to be in this scene?
What's the scene?
Scene is whatever you guys want to be. You guys are still on course to rendezvous with the Hands ship.
Maybe a dinner scene. Just
yeah,
the,
I was just about
just
to
the
say,
two of
like,
us.
are we all...
Okay. So the two of you are having dinner. Where are you guys having it? In the mess hall? In your quarters?
Probably easier to talk in our quarters. That way we don't
Yeah.
have to worry about people overhearing us.
Okay. So you guys have sat down for dinner. All right. What have you, or both of you having?
Huh. The most difficult of questions.
Right? Yeah, just whatever the mess hall offered up, probably.
Okay, so you guys both come back with what looks like really shitty mac and cheese.
Nice. And maybe some sort of, like, vegetable.
No vegetables, just mac
Oh.
and cheese.
It's just
Okay.
all carbs all day.
Mm-hmm. So the two of you are just sitting at one of your tables in your quarters, eating. I'm assuming, Steph,
Yeah.
you had Catheris inform Dawn about all you uncovered in the database?
Yeah, I would have said, like, hey, this is some shady ass shit.
A Rysian ship?
Seemingly. I don't know what to think about any of this. It's almost like if I keep staring at it, I hope it will make sense.
And yet, none of it seems to.
No. I never thought I'd be grateful for someone just telling me to my face what was going on.
Well, maybe once we meet this buyer, that will answer some of our questions, but the only question on my mind right now is how do you screw up macaroni and cheese?
I didn't know it could be dry and mushy at the same time.
Even better, it's replicated and yet it tastes burnt.
Oh. Maybe I'll recalibrate the replicators later.
Yes. I was just about to suggest the same thing.
I don't like this. I'm used to doing stuff, and right now it's just sitting and waiting. Been doing a lot of reading.
How's that been?
Seems like the past week has been a lot of self-reflection.
And
You know?
so,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Oh, I wasn't actually. I don't know what I was going to say.
Okay, then. It's that moment that your doorbell rings, Catharis.
Oh, come in.
And Mazoi walks in. Oh, sorry. Am I interrupting something?
No.
No, by all means.
Oh. I see you're having the horrible dinner prepared for us.
Mm. I just kind of
That's-
push the plate away.
It's as the great Earth archaeologist once said, you can live off it, but it tastes like shit.
It's an insult to shit. And so he sits down and he actually pulls a couple of ration bars out, like the power bar kind of ones.
Smart.
Tastes better, more nutritious, less likely to make you gag.
Sounds like a good combination.
We were just commiserating on how little we know.
I've been poring through the database trying to find more information. Seems that our mysterious buyer of the hand has been primarily dealing with weapons dealing, but in the last month or so has been requesting biological research data.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
Oh. Sounds like they're trying. They've got an application in mind for this biomimetic gel, but damned if we know what it is.
Well, if he was buying weapons and he's now buying hyperdrives and now he has biomimetic gel so pure you can clone a person.
Or an army.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to be clear, we tainted it earlier today.
Good.
I've been
Fang's
trying.
not gonna. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, we narrowed down. We can eliminate the Romulans from the potential whoever is buying from the hand.
What did you come across?
Looks like they're interested in disruptors, but the Romulans have been experimenting with Borg-enhanced disruptor technology. They're not interested in buying from outside sources.
Huh. Fang isn't gonna get any blowback because of the fucked up gel, is she?
Depends on if they find it. Remember, this stash has to taint the rest of it.
Right.
About that, is there anything we can do to mask that virus's biological signature?
The scientists who designed it did the best they could. I don't know if there's any research that we could do that could add on to it. They did it at the genetic level. Hell, they made the damn thing an aerosol so that when it gets released, set it for a 1 week from today timer. It'll infect all the other gel, even if it doesn't come in contact with it. We just have to hope. And then Mazui notices the book that you brought with you, Theris.
Which one?
Which?
The
Both
one
of
that's
them.
the one that's probably currently like face down on the table is the Mahabharata.
What are you reading?
It's an ancient Earth philosophical text.
Interesting. Now, people haven't taken much stock in human philosophy. We found them to be too altruistic a lot of the time. At least, so how they think altruism works.
Some of it is. Some of it is surprisingly not.
Really?
I seemed to have had a interest in the more not side.
Well, I have to admit, seeing humans in the not side is something that my people have familiarity with. But I am curious. Well, please, share a passage. Got the time.
The passage I'm reading right now is one that I'm kind of struggling with.
How so?
Just on a personal level, I guess.
But please share this passage.
I'm gonna look to Kagon.
Is that a get out look, or
It's kind of like it's kind of that, but it's also like not like a bad like get out look. It's like a do you mind kind of.
yeah? No, I'll take the hint.
All right. As Kagan walks out the door, moves away, turns around, and goes, "I promise we'll try to have some time where you and I are actually able to talk to each other."
But yeah, the passage. Hang on, let me find it. And I pull over the book. So this whole thing is about a war, from what I've read so far. Apparently, it was actually a historical event that they made into an epic poem.
I didn't think humans were capable of that.
Well, poetry or war?
Epic poetry about war?
There's quite a few, actually.
My people are just used to them being smug after war.
Well, all right, let me. And I just flipped through a couple of pages. All right, this is the passage. Considering your duty as a warrior, you should not waver. Indeed, for a warrior, there is no better engagement than fighting for upholding of righteousness. Happy are the warriors to whom such opportunities to defend righteousness come unsought, opening for them the stairway to the celestial abode. If, however, you refuse to fight this righteous war, abandoning your social duties and reputation, you will certainly incur sin. People will speak of you as a coward and a deserter. For a respectable person, infamy is worse than death.
This is a human epic?
Yeah. Ancient human, too.
I like the ancient humans. They sound more like our people.
I don't know.
Not a warrior?
I don't know. Apparently I am. I don't feel very righteous.
And he just kind of smiles and goes, "I'm not sure about that. You carry yourself like a righteous person."
Do I?
Well, if nothing else, you piss off Fang, and my viewpoint, that's typically a good way to tell if someone's righteous.
I don't know. Apparently I wasn't a good person before, and I want to be a good person, but I don't know how. And I keep reading these books, trying to figure out what I can figure out, and so far it just keeps telling me that war is the right thing to do. and that if war is the right thing to do and you do it justly, then you're a good person. And I don't necessarily think that makes me a good person, and I don't always want to fight. I want to make something
He grabs your arm and says, then what it tells you is that your way is not war. Have you looked at philosophers who are not warrior poets?
Not many. I didn't have much on besides that on my shelves.
Then you are looking at the philosophy of one who is no more.
There was this one book,
Mm.
and I pull the other one over. This one, it's old. I don't know. It's it doesn't fit in with the rest of them.
What is it? I'm sorry, I don't read English.
Oh, it's Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. It's the strangest title.
That is quite unusual, I will admit to that.
It talks about kind of it kind of talks about the idea of, well, honestly, the philosophy in it is a bit strange, but it's mostly the story between a father and his son as they go across country. And I don't know where I got it.
This was also on your shelf?
Buried way in the back.
Would you say that it was probably a personal item? It doesn't seem to match the rest of what you described on your shelf.
Yeah. But I don't know whoever this book belonged to, if it belonged to someone from my past. None of them want to talk to me.
None of them? I find it very unusual that there would be no one in your clan will speak to you?
I don't have one.
He just kind of takes a step back and goes, "You're a wanderer?"
I shrug.
Forgive me, a wanderer is a very old term. It refers to those who are clanless.
I guess so.
My sympathy. To be exiled for events you do not recall. It is a horrible fate. Among the Ferasans in the old days, this would mean you would be targeted. Anyone who was a member of a clan would have every right to kill you.
Feels like it some days.
We don't do that anymore. And the Cations don't do it either.
Well, I have attempted to make inroads, but haven't gotten any reply.
I see. Do you at least know what your clan's name was?
No.
I see. So you can't even find out what the history of your people were. What your family was.
I know bits and pieces. I know I was adopted. I know one of my parents is an admiral. Apparently that's part of the reason we don't talk.
A working relationship can put a strain on a family. But that's not... Cations don't usually do that. Service usually runs in a family. There's no shame in that. It's usually something carried with pride. I don't know why anyone would abandon you like that. And he just kind of grabs your hand.
I just look at him.
And we're going to cut scenes. Because that seems like a good place to do it.
Yep.
And we're going to cut back to Deep Space Nine, where Talys and Graz are coming out of the suite and back out onto the promenade.
Talys is kind of nursing a bit of a bruise on her cheekbone and laughing.
You just hear Quark comment as you pass by. How does someone that short even hit someone that tall?
Is this technology known as sticks?
With I have my ways, but I wish I didn't. And he sort of like stretches his elbow, which is like shoulder, which is also a bit sore, and just sort of.
I didn't break your nose with that one, did I? I can't really tell.
Until right in the corner goes, that's racist too!
Graz just laughs and says, well, if it is, I'll owe you next time.
Yeah. We should probably go to the infirmary.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you know the way to the infirmary?
No, and I don't really feel like wandering around.
Do a... Oh god, what would the roll be on this? Because this would be a really bad roll to fail. Insight security. Yeah, insight security. It's the closest thing we got to a spot check. This is difficulty 1.
Aggressive negotiations apply? Yes, no?
No. You know what? I'm going to expand your complication range by 3, just because you two have taken a beating.
Okay, fine.
I got this threat. I may as well use it.
Okay, no focus, 2 dice.
Yes, no foci. Okay.
Well,
So,
at least you hit the difficulty.
I did.
Yes, so that would be 1 momentum, but it's basically carryover. And I'm just banking that as threat. So the two of you say that, you realize, you look to your right and like, oh, the infirmary is right across the hall. Someone thought this through.
I just look at Graz and shrug.
Well, I guess we have our answer. Wow, it's right there.
Situational awareness. It's our strong suit, right? Right.
Right,
It was
yes.
all the flashing neon signs since the TV show.
I'm going to blame the concussion.
Alright.
I'm gonna blame your concussion.
Thanks!
So as you walk into the infirmary, you just hear Dr. O'Dane, who's the current chief medical officer of DS9, goes, I'll be with you in just a moment. And as you look in there, you realize she's treating Rayshawn, who has a nasty bruise on his cheek and a black eye.
You too, huh?
Your mother did this to me.
Oh. I look at Graz. I look at Rayshawn. And I look back at Graz.
My eyes had just eyebrows go up. Sort of.
Maybe I should put this off until I talk to Mom. I'd hate to have this.
She's not on the station anymore.
She went to Bajor.
Yeah, I found out when I literally saw her running out of our quarters down to the docking ring. I stopped her right at the airlock and she knocked me out.
I'm my mother's daughter, apparently.
More of your
Mother's
father's. He at least knew to pull his punches on people he liked.
I thought you said my mom didn't like you.
Yeah, but I think she likes me more than strangers, I would hope. Maybe I was wrong.
She's probably just upset.
Yeah, my brother...
Has she boarded a runabout yet?
She took a Bajoran transport that left about 15 minutes ago.
I look over at Graz.
Want some transport?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
If I were you, I'd get those bruises fixed up first. And I'm coming with you.
Alright.
What a sorry bunch we are.
That's for sure. Talys, I should have taken that drink.
I offered.
Yeah, I know you did. I should have said yes. This would hurt a lot less.
Let's just say we'll do that after we get this all figured out.
Agreed. And with that, we're cutting back to Bajor. And our captain.
Yay.
Yay! As the night is falling, the Kai walks into your quarters and goes, "Would you like to have one more trip to the orb before you call it a night?"
Not really, but I probably should.
Follow the probably should. Might be more interesting.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, Kai.
She just kind of smiles and escorts you to the orb room. And she goes, "This time, maybe don't resist as much as you did last time."
Yes, Kai.
Just to be clear, proper term is eminence, even though I don't really like it.
Yes, Your Eminence.
She just face palms.
That was a little on purpose.
She just looks at you with a look that's like, I know that's on purpose. And so she just quickly opens the thing and walks out with a look of a very grumpy Kira, which you know is not a good sign.
Oh, but that's classic Kira, though.
Yeah, bad for you.
Kira classic.
And you're back inside your own head.
Alright, round 2.
The first thing your other self says and goes, "Food here is kind of bland. Stupid monastery."
It's supposed to encourage self-reflection and not distraction from outside influences.
I find a couple of really good burritos will do that.
I'm more of a gach guy myself.
Ugh. Kagon's roughed off on you.
Actually, I picked it up on Ferasa Prime.
Man, they are getting way too Klingonized.
Yeah, well, they're the ones that are helping develop the planet.
True. Tell me, is Kagon still any good with a knife?
I've only seen him use a phaser, and that answer is no.
Oh, good lord, you people have lost more than you thought.
Yes, some more than others. Gatheris is not taking it well.
Kath. You know, when she and I found Kagon,
They.
Well, okay, first off, in character, you don't know that yet.
That's true.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yes, we have to go through that. He goes, me and Kathera first met Kagon. He fended off his lab of like 4 scientists against 20 Klingons who were trying to kill them for just research.
Kagon. Our
Kagon.
Kagon.
Yeah.
The one who wanted to keep the dragon in the cargo bay for, like,
He
as
want-
a...
What? Wait, what?
Oh, yeah, hang on. I'm actually going to turn to the view screen, and then it's actually going to start playing out on it.
Oh,
Recording.
yeah. Just like bring up the memory.
Yeah, basically.
He just looks and he goes, not bad. Did you try to write it?
No. Thought about
What's
it.
wrong with you?
I'm a captain. That would be proper.
Nah, he fended off 20 Klingons of his own house. All
Yeah.
because he wanted to finish a cure for a local plague. They considered him a traitor for not being a warrior, for not being strong enough.
Sounds like they miscalculated.
Certainly did. When I came aboard the Cassini, Captain Cathora was trying to pick a science officer out, and I suggested Kagon. Cathora naturally thought I was trying to bring another Section 31 plant in. Didn't need to with Catheris on the crew. And I just, when he came, I offered him sanctuary in the Federation. I told him join Starfleet. I sponsored him. And I promised him that if I ever got in a position to get him a job on a starship, I would. Even in Section 31, I can't think of a better molecular biologist.
It's a surprising amount of sentimentality from what I've heard. The organization.
Yeah, I got told that a lot. Not supposed to get attached. Well, I'm sorry, I'm human. You don't want attachment, hire a Vulcan. You said Catheris is not taking things well?
They're searching for answers, connections,
To what
Mostly-
questions?
who their father is.
Oh,
You
that
know
son of
who.
a bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
You and I have had our share of issues. You know.
I know, but I've only seen him in person once.
Be grateful it's just the once. I have expect him to knock me on the ass every time I run into him.
He would have a good reason.
How so? I
How
mean,
so?
if you're talking about Catheris,
We destroyed his family.
yeah, you know what? He's getting everything that he wished he could have had. Catheris is doing the research that they were never allowed to do.
Catheris was... My god, Catheris was a monster. Emotionless, cold, willing to do whatever it took to succeed in the mission. Completely scrupulous.
I never saw them like that.
No, you didn't. You didn't see them. You saw what you wanted to see. You took a bright and brilliant mind and molded it into a weapon. And you shoved them off onto Mother of all people.
Oh, don't get judgmental about our mother. You know how much she did for us?
Oh, I'm very aware of what she did to us.
I'm not talking about the augmentation. That wasn't even her call. But she made sure that we were treated well.
She hid everything. She still hides things.
It's her job to hide things.
She didn't tell me about Linda. I had to find that out myself.
What?
She refused to tell me about Linda. She didn't tell me about my child.
Do you know where our kid is?
I don't know if they're still alive or not.
And you just see your other counterpart just kind of looks pale and gutted.
Yeah.
I feel I'm getting kind of tired, Logan.
Yeah. Me too.
And you fade back into the temple. And the Kai isn't there. It's just quiet as the setting sun slowly illuminates the room in a bright red glow.
I'm going to close the box.
Okay.
And walk outside.
And with that, we are going to cut forward a couple of days to the pirate ship. And Catheris, you and Kagon are doing some follow-up scientific analysis on the biomimetic gel. It looks like the pathogen is working. It's barely detectable on your guys' tricorders.
And that's only because we're specifically looking for it.
Yes.
Does it still read like high levels of like really pure?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should for a few more days, at least until we've gotten it off the ship, and hopefully that will last until they've mixed it with their other containers.
So right now it's just incubating. That's the term, right? Incubating?
Yes.
Yes.
And it's at that moment you hear Captain Fang to Catheris and Kagon.
Oh, here we go.
Please report to the bridge immediately. We're approaching the rendezvous point.
Let's go.
Well, let's be about it, shall we?
And so you guys come up to the bridge where Fang and Mizue are loitering, I guess.
Also, in the past few days, I would have filled Kagon in on the working gender pronoun.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Well, as you walk in, Fang goes, "Nice of you to join us. It seems the Hand has been waiting for us." And out on the view screen, you see this ship hovering in space.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow.
Well, points for the paint job.
So do an insight con check.
Both of us?
Yes, both of you. To identify the class of ship.
Wow. Tagging me on my dump stat, thanks.
And whose music's playing?
No comment.
Well, do better than I did, please.
Do I have I don't think I have a focus.
Nope.
Oh, if only Gruz was there.
Yep, this is Graz's wheelhouse.
And so obviously not Kagon's.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm just making both of those as threat for right now.
We suck.
my
We don't
God.
know our ships.
You were briefed.
Well, it's not Borg. I don't think.
Maybe.
With that kind of a roll, I would not know that.
You just don't know what it is.
It's
And
not
so
it's not a geometric shape. It can't be the Borg.
doesn't have the right dimensions. And the communications officer goes, Captain, the hand is requesting communication. Put him on screen. And on screen, a lavish room. Think like Dryden Voss's ship in Solo. That kind of lavishness.
Oh God. Okay.
And this Bolian appears before you. Ah. What happened to Captain? I'm afraid he's been relieved of command for double-crossing all of us, including you. My name is Feng. I was the security officer. I have relieved the captain of his command. Ah, well, Captain Feng, is it? Permission to come aboard and inspect the package. I trust you can understand. If we're going to have a working relationship, I need to get to know you better before I allow you to see my sanctum.
Hey, just to be clear, did you say Tholian or Bolian?
Bolian, the blue
Okay.
dude on screen.
Gotcha.
Oh.
And Fang responds, of course. And the communication channel closes, and immediately he beams on board, and it's a Ferengi transporter pattern based on the description of it.
Can I try, like, while that's happening, would my tricorder be able to pick up the wavelength?
I would. Are you trying to surreptitiously scan him?
Mm,
Because so you're gonna try and scan him from behind your back, then.
yeah, basically.
Reason science, difficulty 5.
Science! I can't do it with engineering.
Nope, it has to be science.
Wait, what are you trying to scan again?
I want that
transporter
wave I want the transporter frequency. I thought transporters were engineering.
If you're transporting someone, but if you're
Oh,
making a scan, it's reason science.
fuck. Then never mind.
Okay. And so this about 5'11" Bolian male beams onto the bridge in very dapper clothes. Kind of going for like the classical black tuxedo look, but it's obviously Ferengi clothing.
Yeah, that looks a little too ostentatious for Bull.
Yeah. And he kind of walks over and reaches out his hand. Captain Fang, I hope this is the beginning of a mutually beneficial partnership. And Fang outreaches her hand and the two shake. Now, please take me to this biomimetic gel I have ordered. Of course, right this way. Allow my associates to come with. This is Mr. Mazoi, my new security officer. Dr. Kagon, who helped verify the purity of the gel, and Miss Catheris, our, well, bodyguard for Dr. Kagon. Ah, wonderful. Please, show me. And so you all start walking down towards the cargo bay, and he starts asking questions, guys. Asking, like, so Captain Fang, have you ever been a captain before? Mr. Mazoi, tell me, what are the security arrangements being made for the gel? And then he turns to Kagon and goes, Mr. Kagon, how were you able to measure the purity? I'm assuming you're using something better than civilian-grade tricorders.
Something better. I'm sorry. Something better than what now?
Civilian-grade tricorders. Basically saying, you're using something aftermarket or black market, aren't you?
Yes. Black market Starfleet tricorder.
Ah, Starfleet issue. Those are very hard to get a hold of. Must have cost you quite a bit of latinum.
If you have the right contacts on DS9, it's not difficult.
Ah, I believe I know who you are referring to. I trust
believe-
Pag has been doing a good job over there.
He has indeed.
Wonderful. Oh, he's always so reliable. Miss Catheris, tell me, how long have you been working for the Doctor?
Oh, off and on for a while now.
How long?
From my memory, how long have I known Kagon in record?
They didn't give you a record for that. You're supposed to be like black market people without records like this.
No, I know. I mean, like, how long have we been working together on the Cassini?
3
So
months?
you got 3 months as far as you remember. As far as the records go, you guys both launched on the Cassini, so a little under 10 months.
Okay. Just shy of 4 months.
Oh, so you're rather new to his operations, or he must be someone that he trusts to put in that position, or I'm assuming he mistakenly trusted.
I think I've proven myself capable.
Wonderful. I think you'll find that I value capability and loyalty. After all, purity of the product is one thing. To have sources who are so continuously reliable in their ethics, their values, their loyalty to those of us who make sure the galaxy spin, those are what really matter.
I just tilt my head a bit to the side.
And so you guys come to the cargo bay and enter in, and he goes, this is wonderful, wonderful. Our last shipment. Please, show me.
I'll walk him through and basically re-verify the scans that we had done earlier to demonstrate the purity of the product.
Okay, are you going to do it in a way that doesn't show off the anomaly?
Yes.
Okay, I need you.
Be hard because it's kind of hard to detect that anomaly in the first place, but
Yes. However, I'm going to say you have to make this a reason science roll with an extended complication range of 1.
okay. So complication range is 19 or 20.
Yes,
I'm going to take a momentum on this.
absolutely.
And what's my difficulty?
Your difficulty is going to be 3.
Okay. And reason science.
Can I just be watching this dude, like, to see if he's acting squirrely at all?
After Kagon's roll.
I'm going to re-roll the 0.
Okay.
3 successes.
Fantastic. Catheris, I need you to do insight security.
All right.
Difficulty is also going to be 3.
All right. With my constantly watching,
Yes.
would that reduce it to 2?
Yes, it would.
All right. I'm also going to take a dice for cautious.
Wonderful.
And I'm assuming intelligence operation applies.
Yes.
Wow. Wait, that was completely the wrong set of things.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
it
is.
was.
I'm going to please re-roll.
You said insight security, right?
Correct. Not insight con.
Yeah. No, I misclicked my mistake.
Whoopsie doodle.
There we go. That's a bit better.
Oh, that's
All
a
right.
lot better.
It's a lot better. Gain that momentum back. You are reasonably convinced that he believes Kagon.
Okay. Does it seem like he's actually Boolean?
Well, That's gonna be. I'm gonna have to say that's gonna have to be an different insight security roll. That's
fine.
Difficulty there is gonna be 2.
Okay. I will take another momentum.
And would you like to use your intelligence operative thing? Because you haven't used that ever.
Oh, yes.
All right. So
That's
instead,
right. I can create an advantage, right?
So no, what it is once per mission, an intelligence officer may create an advantage with spending resources. This advantage reflects some detail or insight the officer learned in an intelligence report. In this case, you would have had like a basic overview of like the various species in the Federation, including Booleans.
Right.
So, it's going to be a difficulty 2 task still.
Okay.
And you're spending.
Would my keen hearing come into play at all?
Keen hearing? No.
Yeah. Okay.
This is you internally thinking. This is you
All
being
right.
an intelligence officer. You got the numbers swirling around your head thing going on.
And all
Warlock thing, yeah.
and also insight security.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
4
okay.
successes.
Yeah, that's 4 successes. You're maxed out on momentum. So, if he is actually a Boolean, this is very unusual. Booleans are very jovial people, but it's not unheard of for them to get involved in the crime syndicates. I mean, obviously the Booleans are particularly famous. Their biggest economic contribution is the Bank of Bolia. So it's not unheard of, but it is definitely, there is kind of a red flag of, okay, this dude has to be either a real big outlier, which is the most probable explanation. He could be another species altered to look Boolean, but why would he do that? If the only way you're going to know, like, for sure 100% would be obviously take a scan of him. But he appears to be a Boolean on the surface.
All right.
And I will say that if you want to make that scan, the advantage you created from that intelligence operative will allow you to palm a scanner dongle.
Okay. Would it be science?
It's always reason science when you take a scan.
Oh.
This applies on the ship or with your tricorder.
Oh.
If you could put some sort of transponder on him, though.
Yeah, that'd be risky.
But then then at least it's security instead of science.
But that's not going to tell you if he's Boolean or not.
No, that's true.
All right. I'm gonna try it.
Okay. Difficulty is going to be 1. You won't be able to get results until you're able to uplink to a tricorder and analyze the results.
That's fine. Do I have any, like, would my intelligence operations play into this?
Yes, because you're trying to be surreptitious.
All right. And you said reason science?
Reason science, do you want to take momentum? Because you're full up.
Yeah, I'm going to take a momentum for this.
Just 1?
You said it's difficulty 1, right?
Yeah, it's difficulty 1, but it's also Catharis and their science score.
I'm going to spend a value.
Okay.
And it's going to be truth is the best weapon.
Okay. So value plus 1 momentum?
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm going to roll.
Roll.
Catharis.
Nice. Wow.
5?
5. So
Tell me it's genetic, mate.
So I'm giving you 1 moment. 1 momentum goes back and everything, but you got a spare 1 here.
Can I send it automatically, the readings to Kagon's tricorder?
Yes.
Okay.
Very nice.
I'm going to say that the advantage you just created from that momentum is that basically you used, because Kagon used a medical tricorder to scan the biomimetic gel, that you used a medical tricorder dongle, which will give you better biological readings. And so it's automatically uploaded to his tricorder.
Great.
And Kagon's internal dialogue is like, what's this? Oh.
All right. So, seeing reasonably appeased, he goes, very well. I think our transaction is going to go through smoothly, Captain. I may call upon your services again in the future. My client still requires more product. Not gels. I believe we're going to have enough to last us for years. But we may require your services delivering other goods. And Fang just kind of nods. And he pulls out kind of an older style communicator, but it's really fancily done. It's obviously a civilian issue. He just pulled out like the iPhone 5 billion. It's got like rhinestones and shit on it, and it just goes begin transport, and all of the containers are immediately beamed out, and then equally as much latinum fills the room.
Holy shit. Did he also take the engine?
Yes,
Okay.
he took everything in the cargo hold.
I'm going to start scanning the containers to make sure that it's gold, that it's actual gold pressed latinum, and like,
Okay.
trust and verify.
Not just worthless gold.
Right.
So recent science difficulty 1.
Okay. We're not exactly hard up for momentum, and I'm not exactly worried about flubbing this roll. Although maybe I should be, but I'm not.
I'll always be concerned.
Right.
Ooh.
Well, it made the
This
difficulty.
is why I say that.
Oh, yeah. We spend momentum to wipe that complication.
All right. The hand just kind of gets he goes, it's real, and your scans confirm that. And he goes, but I suppose start of any relationship is going to be a little rocky, Doctor. Captain, I will call you when you are needed. And he dematerializes in it. And meanwhile, Fang, as soon as he's done, just like immediately just like, oh, and just like dives into a pile of the latinum.
Did you get my readings, Kagon?
I did.
He Scrooge McDuck's platinum.
He did.
She did.
Thanks.
I said, I did. Clever, very clever. I'm going to look over the readings now.
Okay. Reason science, this is you analyzing the reading.
Okay, and I think I will take a momentum this time because I got cocky last time.
Sure.
What's my difficulty?
1.
Okay.
Okay, you succeed and get that momentum back. He's not bullying.
What is he?
You don't recognize the species.
Fuck!
He is obviously someone who's been altered to look bullying.
Mm-hmm.
There looks like there's some bioscience. You're not sure if it's an augmentation done to disguise that he's not bullying or not. The only thing you can tell is that he does not have cobalt in his blood. So he doesn't have the acid problems that bullions do.
Yeah, and that's kind of a dead giveaway as to the fact that he's not bullying, but
Everything else suggests he is. So he's probably genetically engineered, or he has a really damn good surgeon.
what compound is in his blood.
It's
Like-
it's the blood is closer to standard humanoid, except that it's blue.
Okay. I'll need access to the Federation database. I don't recognize these genetic markers.
Fang, meanwhile, is rolling in the line going, I don't care about his genetic mark. I'm rich.
At least one of us got what they wanted out of this trip.
You're getting your fair share of it, too.
Wait, what?
Well, technically, I had to promise to... The contract was that it had to be shared equally, and, well, I'm not going to ruin this relationship by looking like I'm cheap. And so you realize that means that both of you will be getting about 200 bars of Latinum each.
What?
Yep.
I'm gonna go shopping.
Kagon just frowns.
Only Kagon could look at all the money we just got with.
I'm gonna look to Fang, and then I'm gonna look to Mazoi. Well, it seems our intrepid contact isn't Bolian.
Well, that's new. I'll have to investigate.
And it doesn't put us any closer to figuring out who the buyer is or who's supplying all of this in the first place.
Trust me, I'll be working on that for a long time. It just Fang like rubbing herself with the damn Latinum.
God.
This is
Well,
better than sex for her, so...
I guess, I mean, what do we do now?
We go home, says Mazoi.
We go back to Deep Space Nine and hope we can figure out where that's going before someone uses it against the Alliance.
You said that they'd be stalked for years, but I don't necessarily know if that was true.
Oh, we have all the time in the world as long as I get paid.
It doesn't bother you at all, Fang?
Not one damn minute.
Huh.
And with that, we're going to cut back to Deep Space Nine, where the three of you have managed to schedule time that you can go pursue your mom, Talys.
Yeah. I would assume we're taking one of the runabouts.
Unfortunately, you won't be able to take one until around the end of the week.
Do we take one of the Cassini shuttles?
You mean the shuttles that are being maintenance because they got kind of crushed?
Is there anything?
Well, there was
Is there a
Aero shuttle.
Bajoran sail ship we can fly?
The Arrow shuttle is actually been taken into one of the landing bays for an overhaul, since they're going to refit everything.
Nuts.
And none of the civilian transports are going to be able to do so until next week.
Tuesday.
Yep. So basically, you're given an offer of, you can take a runabout on Thursday. It's Tuesday night right now.
Are you serious?
Sorry, ma'am. This is the closest time we can get it available to you. Two of our runabouts are currently on delivery duty, and the other one won't be returning until Wednesday, at which point it will need to just have this quick maintenance.
Are there any commercial vessels leaving for Bajor anytime soon?
Ships come back and forth from Bajor every day, but most of them are full up.
So you're saying I can't get to Bajor until Thursday? Is that
Only
what you're
two-
saying?
I'm saying you can wait 2 days, ma'am. I'm sorry, there's nothing more I can do. If you'd like, I can put you on layover in case someone cancels.
I just look at Rayshawn and I just
He just
sigh in aggravation.
he just puts his hand on your shoulder and goes, "We'll take the runabout on Thursday." And as you're walking away, he just goes, "Hey, to be fair, this was last minute. I don't even know how she got on the port. This is the busiest port in the quadrant."
I just hate sitting on my hands.
In that case, Graz, would you mind giving us a little bit of time alone?
Well, not too much. He sort of gives you a wink and starts wandering off.
Okay. So, Rishon just goes, "Did you just start dating or something? Because that was a weird question."
What? No!
I don't know what happened on the ship after you lost your memories.
No! It's been... counts on fingers. 4
5
months?
weeks.
5 weeks. Whatever. I don't know. That's not enough time. I'm just saying.
Look. Hey, I had a question. Look, why don't I give you a little bit of time to tell you about who your family was?
Okay.
So both your parents were in the Dorian Imperial Guard. How they met. Served on the same ship. One of the old Kumari-class cruisers.
Mm-hmm.
They raised you very much in that military tradition. Growing up, when we first met, you talked so much about Thelic Shan and Jonathan Archer and how much you wish you could have lived in that era.
Tylek Shran and Captain Archer?
Yeah. Two of the most influential people got Andoria become founding members of the Federation. Had some crazy shit, fighting doomsday weapons, exposing Vulcan conspiracies.
Vulcans can have conspiracies?
Ah, that's what made it such an interesting time period.
Weird.
You were always the weird one, though, joining Starfleet.
Well, if my parents and my sister were in the Guard, why did I join Starfleet?
I think, ironically, more than anything, I think you didn't want to be stuck so close to Andoria. You were always the one looking to go a little bit further, see something a little bit around the corner.
Right.
I mean, we met Tiala on Beta Z of all places. She was
Beta Z.
Beta Z.
I didn't even know I've been to Beta Z.
Yeah. Well, you want to know something? Yeah. You think our relationship is weird? You the soldier, me the artist. She was a diplomat, or at least she used to be. Quit about a year ago. She felt like diplomacy was just turning into a whole lot of nothing with the amount of wars. Started to write a book. Romance novel, if you're curious.
Huh.
Actually, really good romance novel. Didn't finish it, sadly. Close. Maybe we should try to do that for her.
Well, maybe you can. I don't think I would know the first thing about writing romance.
To be fair, I don't think you know the first thing about a lot of things anymore.
Are you implying that I did before?
We were all very different.
Yeah, I guess so.
And just to tell you something, Ryushek hadn't even been to our home world when we met him.
No kidding.
Grew up on the Klingon border. He spent so much time. Man, if you think you were good with a blade, he was killer with a batleth.
A batleth?
A batleth. Yeah. I think he could have probably taught Kagon a few things.
That's the thing about Kagon. You could teach him a lot of things about the batleth.
Touche.
I mean, he tries. He really does. He's just not very good at it. Don't tell him I told you.
I don't think you have to worry about that. That wasn't exactly a big secret.
Yeah, well, Klingons, they have their pride. I don't know.
What about you? Do you try?
Am I what?
He's like, do you try with the batleth?
Oh, yeah. Here and there. I prefer the double Ushan tour, though. At least that would be the muscle memory talking. I had 2 of them in my quarters and just decided to see what my body remembered. My mind doesn't remember, but my body remembers.
One of them was mine.
And I suppose the other was mine?
Yeah. The one I gave you was the one I sculpted that sculpture with the night we met.
Was it an ice sculpture?
It was.
What was it of?
It was a Tellarite and Andorian riding onto very large beasts. I don't even remember what they're called. It was a request from the patron. And they were charging into battle.
Huh. That's kind of an interesting thing for Starfleet to commission.
Oh, came from this admiral. I think her name was Komarova.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Oh, you met her.
Yeah, she's our captain's mom.
Oh, well, no wonder your captain's always in a bad mood.
He's not always in a bad mood. He's just intense. I'm Captain Harrison, and I must be perfect all the time.
Shit.
He's laughing in character, by the way. Rayshawn.
Don't tell him I told you.
Maybe you just need to shut up for once, and he just leans in and kisses you.
Talys is kind of like she doesn't resist, but she's also kind of like not expecting that.
That's part of the point. And he pulls it and goes, I love you.
I'm getting there, I think. Just bear with me. All right.
All right.
Can you do that?
I can do that. Can you not rip apart the station waiting until Thursday?
I make no promises.
You might try.
I will try. Only because it's my word as a Starfleet officer.
Sure, that's why. And we're gonna cut back to the pirate ship. Yes, we're running a little long tonight, guys.
Got a lot to finish.
Yeah, we're basically
cool,
almost. Yeah, we're almost done. So, and so.
Music.
Is that Captain Fang's theme song?
No. Whoever is like listening to music and has been drinking and stuff, we've been hearing you on this end. So, Kagon, Catharis, and Mizue are in Catharis' quarters, having a nice dinner. This would be Wednesday night now. You guys
And we're due to get back to DS9 when?
tomorrow evening.
Okay.
And so you guys are just eating dinner, and Mizue turns to Kagon and goes, "Really, you're not good with a batleth?"
He's awful.
I don't know where these rumors started that I ever was.
Do you remember when we first got down to Nimbus 3? You were with me.
Yes, and do you remember how useful that batleth wasn't when Captain Fang showed up?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Hey, you managed not to get murdered by her the first time we I don't know.
To be fair, not getting murdered by her is a very good sign.
It's true.
It's a sign I can live with, for sure.
But, I mean, if we rewind back a bit in terms of that, your locker was filled with weaponry.
Yes, it was. Probably still is.
I mean, it's not uncommon among Klingons. You got your batleths, you got your mechleths, you got your togs. You got those. There's a couple of swords. I'm not quite familiar with what the names are. They just love their bladed weapons.
They're nice.
Personally, I prefer my rail gun. I mean, I'll use the nanopulse slurper, but ceremonial more than practical.
I mean, if I could use a railgun, I'd use a railgun.
He just drops his on the table. Feel free to inspect it while we're got all this time to wait.
Pick it up.
It's heavier than you were expecting.
Wow.
It feels like it weighs about 10, 11 pounds.
And it's compact, right? Like it's not long like a rifle?
It's not long like a rifle. It is a pistol, but it's a very large pistol. This would be like a pistol that, if it was like an actual gun today, that would fire a 45-70.
Like a Desert Eagle.
Yeah, except it's bigger than a Desert Eagle because the barrel is longer on the railgun. Because it's got a built-in replicator. It's got a Tetron compression chamber for the round, and then it has the rails.
It's a kinetic weapon, right?
Kinetic and Tetron energy, actually. There's a hybridized weapon.
Can Borg adapt to it?
They can adapt to the energy, but not the projectile. Borg have a seeming weakness to very primitive weaponry.
Yeah.
That's one reason to keep the blades around.
For sure. So tell me, Catharis, have you found any more philosophers to read up on?
I haven't had access to a database, but I'm taking recommendations.
And I don't know any human ones. And most of the Ferasan ones sound like the ones you're not particularly interested in anymore. And I don't think Klingon philosophers are much different.
They're
We are not a
surprised.
race
There's
known for our philosophy.
no, but your epics are interesting.
And the opera.
Mm.
It just sounds like shrill noise to me.
Yeah, everyone's a
you.
critic.
It's an interesting language.
It is. I can never master it, though.
I don't think our species were meant to adapt to the back of the throat thing.
And I know, it makes me want to cough up fur balls.
Mm. So what are you doing once we get back to DS9?
Well, I'm technically going to be on detached duty pending this investigation. Was thinking about maybe we could have dinner again when we got back.
Sure.
And then there's suddenly that awkward moment where Kagon's like,
No, Kagon's like, the internal dialogue is like, they should. Those two look cute.
Aww.
Kagon is wingman.
Ferris needs all the help.
He's a cling man.
Can we have momentum for that one? Because that one was awful.
Yeah.
No, I'm the GM and I get to say you can and can't have things.
Oh, fine.
And you actually are taking 2 threat for that.
Wait, you're taking 2 threat for your bad pun? How does that work?
No,
One for
he's
the bad,
taking.
one for the bad pun. The second one is for calling me out on it.
So, other than that, it's just waiting on the station until you're needed.
Pretty much. Probably going to have a few discussions with Pag.
Probably a good idea.
Damn Ferengi.
Well, if there's nothing else we got out of this investigation, at least we got that.
It's a start.
And 200 bars of platinum.
I am
Illegally acquired, I might add.
It's true. We should technically turn it over. And there's just like this look of sadness on his. I suppose we don't have to tell them it's all. Just consider it a commission to keep our cover.
Yeah, exactly. It's part of the cover.
Kagon on the corner, not buying it at all.
But also not going to rat out his friends.
Touche. Oh, it's getting kind of late. Kagon, 2-1. I think it's time we call it a night. Don't you agree?
Oh, sure. Yes, you two know where to find me. Don't stay up too late.
Have a good night, Kagon.
You as well.
Kagon walks out the door, and Mizue kind of starts getting up to clean and goes, "Thank you for dinner."
You're the one who cooked it.
I'll admit, it's not the best meatballs I've made.
It's better than the I tried to recalibrate them. I'm sorry.
Yes, I tasted your recalibration this morning in my Rectigino. It's okay, though. And he just kind of walks over and goes, "How are you feeling?"
A bit better. Still a bit lost, but I'm I figure that'll go away with time.
It will. You're strong-willed. You'll do it. And then he kind of gets kind of awkward, and then you just see him just kind of get that, oh, fuck it. And he kisses Catharis.
They kiss back.
And this is like a peck kiss, by the way, not like a...
That's fine. Just kind of awkwardly flail.
Is that in character you also are awkwardly flailing?
Yes.
He just kind of catches Catharis. Oh god.
No, it's fine.
And he just goes in for a second kiss then. And that one is like an actual, like, deep.
Fist pump.
And then when he goes out, he's like, how about now?
Yeah, that's good.
You sure about that? I'm reading a number of conflicting emotions in your head.
Yeah, Yeah, it's good.
I'm just gonna go back
No,
to my...
no.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember how to do this.
Well, then I guess I gotta teach you. Cut! Steph, just like send me a DM of how far you want that to go, because I got sound effects depending on how far this is going.
I'm laughing so fucking hard at my own awkwardness.
Computer, play Barry White.
Or the Ferasan equivalent of it.
Basically.
Oh my god.
Jingle Cat Sing Barry White.
Oh my god.
Slow pan to the replicator.
So, yeah. Meanwhile, in Kagon's quarters, through the quarters, this is what he starts into hearing.
Oh my god.
And Kagon just smiles and turns out his light.
Good night, Catharis.
Meanwhile, we're cutting back to the temple, where there is absolutely no one banging in the corridors.
That we know of.
No, they have to deal with the Wrath of Kira.
That's true.
And it's Thursday, and it's your last day here, Logan. And you're getting one more orb vision. And the Kai again walks you to it, opens the box, and walks away without saying anything at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And you once again find yourself back in your little vision place. And the two of you just kind of look at each other like, here we go again.
So how have you been?
You know how I've been. God, were you this annoying as soon as you woke up?
Probably. I had no idea what to do, so I just leaned heavily on propriety.
And this time, however, something feels off. Like this time, this vision is different. And so you guys are surprised when you turn and a vision of Kathleen appears next to you.
Commander Shepard, humanity has questions.
Wrong reporter.
Sorry, I'll shut up.
Kathleen. Ms. Donald.
And the imager says, what has been can never be again, but has been.
Oh. Do me and the other me say it at the same time?
Yeah, you both do. But there's a possibility. The future requires what has been, and it requires what has not been. And Harrison, your alternate counterpart just goes, what the hell does that mean? What will be will need you, but the now does not. We will give you a chance to separate from yourself, to be something more. But also, it will come with a price. Wait. Are you saying one of us is, like, what, going to be taken from us? Yes.
No.
Yeah. It must be. But this will not be the last encounter.
But no, I need the knowledge. I need the skills.
You will remember what you need.
Can't pry him away and still leave me the person that I am.
And immediately you find yourself back in the temple. And that other persona is gone. But you still retain all of those memories.
Wait, no, we're not finished.
And the orb flashes one more time, but it doesn't take you in. Instead, a chunk of it falls off onto the ground, a shard of the Orb of Possibilities.
And I'm
And
completely alone?
No, the Kai is there. And she goes, pick it up.
I pick it up.
When you need him again, that shard of possibilities will return him to you. With all the knowledge and power, he will assist you temporarily.
All right.
And more than that, you are now free to determine your own destiny.
Destiny. Thank you. Kai Gear.
You're welcome, Captain. Now stop being a pain in the ass in my temple and get the hell out.
Yes, ma'am.
Meanwhile, we're going to cut to our other three crewmen who have actually just arrived on Bajor pursuing a certain elderly Andorian.
Huh. She ain't frail, though.
I'll say we've been chasing her all over Hathon for the last 2 hours. How many places did she go to today?
I don't know. But we gotta keep going.
Do an... I guess it would be an... Would it be an insight security check? Yeah, it would be.
This is the part where we find out that their mother has frosted boots.
Well, she is from Andoria.
I know.
All right.
Boom.
Yeah, you hella succeed. That maxes you guys out on momentum. And you see her kind of walking out of one of the bars on the main street. Looks like she just had dinner or something.
Mother?
Oh, for God's sakes, tell us. Rayshawn, why are you here?
I'm here. They're here because I'm here.
And why are you here?
Because I'm worried about you?
Well, you worried about me? Where was being worried about me when you came home and you barely said 2 words to me?
You're gonna hold that against me because I don't even
I-
remember my childhood.
You didn't seem interested, Talys.
To be honest, I didn't have any reason to be until you guys came along. I didn't know what to think.
We'll consider this. You're freed from your obligation, and she walks away.
No, that's not how this is gonna play.
Leave me alone, Talys. I've already lost too many people. I don't need a ghost following me. Do an insight command check.
Okay.
Okay. You succeed. She looks genuinely distraught. Like, looking at you hurts her.
But what if I want to know? What if I want to learn?
Isn't it a little late for that now? And she
Says who?
Says the 3 members of our family we have to bury.
Do you think they'd want this?
But do you care? You clearly didn't. And she walks away.
No.
She doesn't look back.
Stubborn woman.
Yeah, runs in the family. Yes. Guess where you get it from.
Yeah. That much was plain to see.
Rishon just turns to
And
Grass.
I'm
Hey.
actually going to run after her.
Okay. And so you start running. As you turn a corner pursuing her, you bump into your captain and knock each other on the ground.
And I just say, sorry, sir. And I get up and I keep going.
Lieutenant? Oh boy.
Talk later.
As you look forward, you realize you've lost sight of her.
I'm going to keep trying to look.
Okay. Insight security. And I am spending all of that threat to increase your complication range. It is difficulty 4.
Okay.
Because you are in the middle of a crowd.
I want to use my determination.
Go for it.
Family is more than blood. To re-roll that.
To re-roll it?
Yes. Because I already rolled it.
Oh, yeah, you did. Okay, roll again.
There we go. Ha.
Okay, so you see her kind of pushing her way through the crowd and then disappear into a building.
I'm going to follow.
Okay. When you get to the door, you realize the door is locked. It's probably the place that she's been living now.
I start pounding on the door.
I should mention, this looks like it's an apartment building. So you just kind of bang, 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 and there's no response.
I just groan and I go, defeated by a fucking lock.
Captain, you're seeing this, by the way.
I'm just standing there, basically.
And then Rayshawn and Graz come around the corner.
And Talus just like slumps up against the door and like slides down to the ground.
I look to Graz and Rishon.
Captain.
Lieutenant? Rishon, I believe we've only met a few times.
Indeed, Captain. And he kind of rushes past towards Talus.
Talus like holds up a hand before he gets to her, and she goes, just
He just sits down next to Talus and puts an arm around her shoulder.
she kind of like shakes it off. She just goes, you know, she's right.
Maybe.
She's fucking right. All it took was I think I was starting to care before then, but damn it, these things take time, and I didn't have enough. We never have enough.
He just he once again puts his arm around and he goes, I remember I was reading Ambassador Picard's autobiography, and he mentioned a philosophy he carried. He said that time is the fire in which that he ran across an Elorian who said that time is the fire in which we burn. We didn't have the time, but we can't let that hold us back.
Well, she is obviously perfectly willing.
She's being a fool, like you were. Give her time. Because as bad as this is for you, this is 100 times worse for her.
I know. And if having my memory wiped, being on the ship with my crew taught me anything, it's that you don't have to be alone in any of it.
No. And I'm not going to let you be.
I don't want her to be either.
Ultimately, it's her choice. She'll come around in time.
I guess. And Talus gets back up and kind of dusts off her pants.
And Rayshawn does the same. Well, your captain's there. I think it's time we all had a nice meal back at Quark's.
And a stiff drink.
Oh, why stop at one?
Don't try to outdrink the captain. Don't do it. Don't even think about it.
You can't stop at one if it's a Malaran, though.
That one doesn't give you a choice. You stop. Because you can't physically hold a glass anymore.
You know what? I bet Captain Harrison could handle one.
He could handle two. And so you two start walking back towards the captain and Graz.
Anything I want to know about Graz, or do I just leave this one be?
Probably best just leave this one be for now.
Noted.
Yeah.
Captain?
Lieutenant?
Sorry, my mom.
I hold up a hand. Completely understandable. It's nice to see you here on Beijing all the same.
Yeah, well, what are you doing here?
Supposedly finding my center.
Well, did you find it?
Let's get back to Deep Space Nine.
That's a no.
Deflection!
It's what this crew is made for.
And like as they're walking back, Talys leans over to Graz and goes, "That's a no."
But he just silently nods.
And so the two of you, on your way back, you walk through the streets of Bajor. Because you decide, well, may as well take in the sights while we're here. Walking back to the runabout. And you take just this long look through the city of how beautiful it is. About all the history here. And maybe in a little bit of each of you, see that history of each other that you've lost. And as you start piling into the runabout, Harrison, you do actually feel a little bit of peace. And you're not sure why. But it feels good.
Let's take a deep breath.
And so, you guys return to Deep Space Nine, where, as you are offloading your shuttle, you run across the away team returning from their mission.
So, Kagon, what are you going to buy?
Well, considering the reception this outfit garnered, perhaps a second trip to the tailor is in order.
I don't know if you can trust her. I think she's making it a habit to make you look like a fool.
Let one of us come with you.
Definitely.
Yes, please do.
Oh, hey.
Maybe all of you.
And Talys is just going to give you a big bear hug.
Wait, is this the first time I've seen him in their outfits?
Yes.
Yep.
And the first time we've seen Cathera since they got a haircut.
Commit.
And maybe I'll grow the hair back. What do you think?
Yes, please.
Oh, I see you two have been busy.
Oh, yeah.
Cathera's more than me.
God damn it, Kagon.
I'd like to be able to read Catheris with that remark.
Yeah, Insight Command.
Inside security.
Contested?
Yeah.
No, Catheris isn't even thinking about it at the moment.
I'm gonna throw him in.
Odds.
Okay.
Can you use intelligence operative as a focus?
Yes. Difficulty 1.
Ah.
Fantastic.
Okay.
You can tell Catheris got laid.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Can I tell by whom? With whom?
No, probably not.
Actually, no, you can kind of tell simply because Mazoi is kind of got his arm wrapped around Catheris's.
That's fair. We had a request to... It doesn't matter.
If it's anything I need to know about, I'm sure I will be briefed on it.
Or at the very least, Dr. Vrask will.
Harrison, Captain Harrison, this is Captain Mazoi. Captain Mazoi, this is Captain Harrison. Everyone, this is Mazoi Mavisi.
I offer my hand to Mazoi.
And Mazoy puts his out. It's nice to meet you, Captain. I understand you are a man of honor.
I try to be, yes. Is he?
One of the most...
How hard is he squeezing my hand?
He's doing it at a genuinely respectful level. Like,
Okay.
it's firm, but he's not, like, crushing your hand.
Okay. We're not getting into a handshake off.
Nope.
I'm just trying to get a read on him. Look into his eyes.
Okay. He seems genuine and kind.
Okay. Well, thank you for taking care of my officers under your wing.
Oh, it was my pleasure. By the way, Captain Feng has a message for you, Captain.
Oh, what is the old pirate up to?
He headbutts you.
Okay, make him roll for it.
Nice.
Yep, you're gonna make him roll for it?
I'm gonna make him roll for it.
Go for it. This will be fun. With daring
Good momentum,
security.
We got it.
All right, what's he rolling?
I'm rolling it right now.
Nope.
No.
Wow.
4, because I get one in case. I always get
Yep.
one extra.
Yep.
Can I just throw him to the
Wow.
ground like automatically?
Yep.
Just move out of the way and he trips himself.
No, I want to like full on like grab him, toss him by his shirt, and throw him to the ground.
I'm imagining it's like the Kirk Fu, like grab by the hand, fling him to the ground maneuver.
Smooth.
A little more elegant.
Aikido.
Basically, yeah.
Slow clap from Kagon.
Believe it or not, Mazoy just smiles at it. Because
You can
Talys shrugs. Not bad.
you can tell the captain my reply.
delighted, Captain.
And I offer a hand to him.
He takes it. I think that's worthy of a drink.
Absolutely. I hear they have something called a mull around. I've been eager to try.
Oh, this can knock you out.
We'll see.
Well, then this should be fun.
Don't look at me. I ain't falling for that again.
Talys never fell for it in the first place. On the other hand, if you see a blonde beta Z and a dark-haired human in there,
Yep.
All right. Yes, I guess we all go into Quarks.
And as you guys are starting making your way, Rishon turns to Kagon and goes, I actually like the sunglasses.
The sunglasses should stay.
Same. Mirrored. It's a good look.
But grow out the
And
hair.
like,
Kagon
out
smirks. Noted.
Talys just like puts like her elbow on your shoulder. And it's just like, definitely grow out the hair.
Yeah. A little cold on the top of the head, not gonna lie.
And it makes me feel angry.
You feel angry all the time.
So, how was your whatever it was you did?
Oh, who are you talking to at this point?
Everybody.
Actually, I was wondering if we could end it. It's getting kind of late.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
actually where I wanted to end it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I'll just cut it off at the end before you add that bit.
Talys is gonna be like, I don't want to talk about it. And
Yeah.
then just like beckons to the bartender. Beckons to the board.